in our industry, it's tough too, because even if people don't want to say it, people who are your friends don't want to say it, we're definitely still judged by society. I mean, I have one friend in particular that I'll use for this example. He and I have been friends since I moved here. We met on Tinder. He was one of the first guys I dated out here, but we remained friends. So at least 10, 11, 12 years at this point. And when he and I hang out, no issues whatsoever. We're best of friends. We laugh. We have the best time ever. But when his other friends come around, it's almost like they're better than me, and nobody else in his friend group kind of accepts me as being a friend and allowed to be in that. They're all they all do very well, but here's the deal. I do better than most of them. I make more money than most of those people, but that doesn't matter to them because I make my money in a sketchy way, in their eyes. So to them, they're better than me. So I feel like that's a lot of LA too, because a lot of LA is people trying to figure out who are you? What do you do? What do you bring to the table?
I know. It's this networking weird way of...
So when they find out you do and they're like, oh, well, you're not going to be helpful to me.
I was going to follow you with a question of do you feel any pushback at all? And I guess you hit it pretty good, Because when I got into the industry, I was a model and then I started doing this. So
when you were a model, different story.
I remember when we got in the industry, I talked to someone on a party and they're like, hey, what do you do, And I was so used to say, oh, I'm a model. And they're like, oh, that's cool. I was like,
everyone respects you as a model.
I honestly feel like the fashion industry is in some ways more harmful than the adult industry, First of all, the
At least we have consent forms for the that's going on. They're over there quite literally getting raped.
You have a body dysmorphia. You basically looked as a hanger. The animal abuse, the products, the cosmetic products are pretty fucked up. You're just basically you're self-employed, but you're working for some big corporation that just basically make more money so they can get some, people in Bangladesh or India stitching their stuff. It's so much more harmful in my opinion. Then I thought to myself fashion seems glamorous and the vanity of it, But this is so much more honest.
People make so many crash judgments, and I'm just as guilty of it as the general public, because before I got into porn, I also looked down on it and was like, ugh, disgusting. How could anybody? But that's because I didn't know the ins and outs of it. And now that I understand porn and what it is and how corporate and professional it is, even you and I, when we show up, we still fill out paperwork. We still are looking over each other's tests. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's nothing about porn that for me feels dangerous or seedy.